Hi everyone, I'm David, and I work on the product and customer success team over here at Airtable. In this tutorial, I'll walk you through some basic Airtable concepts so you're able to use this event planning template or any other Airtable base. Let's get started. Airtable bases use tables to keep related information organized. As you can see, this base comes preloaded with 7 tables to organize information about your event. One for your schedule, one for your event locations, one for topics, sponsors, speakers, the staff, and the budget. Let's dive into the schedules table. In this template, each event activity has its own row. In Airtable, we call this a record. The details about each activity are organized into fields, similar to columns. Here you see the date and time field, the type field, the location field, and so on. Let's look at a few different field types. First is the single select dropdown. In this template, we're using a single select dropdown field to track the type of activity that's happening during the event. With the single select, you can easily add a new option, save it, and select it from the dropdown. We use this field, what we've called the date and time field in this template, to track the date and time of each activity. This is using the date field type. You can easily update the date and time by using this calendar picker and time picker. If these fields aren't relevant to your workflow, you can easily change each field type in this table by double-clicking on its title to view and edit its details. And if you aren't sure what field type to use, just select this dropdown and see all of the field types that we have available. You can add new fields by clicking the plus symbol, and you can delete fields altogether if they aren't relevant to your workflow. You'll notice that there's a field in this template called location that's formatted a little bit differently. And you'll see the same for the speakers field and the topic and theme field. That's because this field is a linked record field. We've created a new table to organize information about the event location, since locations have their own set of important details, like address, capacity, and more. With the linked record field, we can connect related information across tables. So let's dive into the event location field to see what we were just looking at. Or event location table, excuse me. In the event location table, we can see location details with all of their own unique information. The address, description, the capacity, even photos of the spaces. We can also see that the event locations table has their own linked records linked back to the schedule. So let's click into one of those scheduled events, and you'll notice not only is it tied back to that original table, we're able to see all of these fields that we now recognize. The date, schedule, date, and time of that event, the type of event that it is, and so on. Linking records is an easy way to connect relevant information across tables so that no information gets lost. And linked records update automatically, so everything is always up to date. If you update the capacity or the location of a particular location, that'll be updated in the schedules table as well. Now, sometimes you only want to look at a subset of the information that you're tracking. For example, perhaps you only want to see the scheduled activities for Friday. Let's navigate to the Friday schedule view in the schedules table. This is the view picker right here. And we've already created a view for the Friday schedule. Here, we've added a filter that filters down to only the records where the date and time is exactly Friday, November 11th. If you find yourself filtering down to a particular set of information frequently, you can create a new view. Here, I'll create a view just for keynote sessions and show you how that works. I'll name it so I remember in the future, and then I'll add a view, or I'll add a filter where the type of activity is keynote. And now we're filtered down to just keynote sessions. Airtable lets you organize your records in 4 different ways: as a grid, which we've already seen here, a calendar, a gallery, and a Kanban. In the event locations table, we actually created a gallery view, which I'll show you here, to highlight photos of each event location. You could also imagine that we might want to see the schedule on a calendar. So let's see how that looks. Just choose the start time. We can also choose an end time. And then let's zoom in so it's a little bit easier to see. And now we have our entire event on a calendar. The last view type is a form. You can use forms to add new information to a table. When a form is submitted, it will appear as a new record. In general, you want to create a new table for every unique type of information you track. And you want to create new views when you want to see one of your tables organized in a different way. You can create a new table by clicking this plus button right here, and you can create a new view by going to the drop-down and clicking any of these buttons here. The last thing to know about this base is the blocks dashboard. Click on the blocks icon in the upper right-hand corner to unfurl the blocks pane. From visualizing information to making bulk changes to records, blocks are powerful add-on apps that help you do more with the base that you've built. This base comes preloaded with a description block that introduces you to the template, which you can see here at the top. There is also an SMS block and a SendGrid block, which allow you to send text messages and emails to contacts stored in your base. But you can add new blocks at any time by just clicking the Add a Block button at the top of the screen. Take a look around. There are more blocks being added all the time. All right, now that you know the ins and outs of this template, go ahead and start customizing it to best suit your needs. If you have any questions, feel free to check out our support articles, peruse the community forum, or simply write to us directly. Best of luck!